Welcome to Wild West Garage, and for all the new people that don't know me, my name's Morgan, and that is a 1950 Chevy cab. It's a project that I've been working on for, well, a year now. It's been ongoing. It's a kind of a background project, I guess. Sometimes it's in the foreground, sometimes it's in the background, but it's been kind of on the back burner for a while, and I'm just getting back into it here over the winter. And so right there, right behind me here, is the grill off of this truck. And so let's turn the camera on and take a close look at it. So I believe this is the original grill from this truck. I have no reason to believe otherwise, just by looking at it and how it's assembled and painted and whatnot. And you know, the condition of it, it's been around for a while. So I guess, you know, there isn't a, let's call these grill bars, there isn't a single one of these that doesn't have damage on it. So the bottom one is probably the straightest. Like, I don't see any real dents in it. There's one dent there. And you probably already noticed the obvious issue with this bottom bar. But it looks like to me that the bumper was pushed up against it, or something was pushed into it, and it rubbed this all along here to the point where it separated. So if we go from here up into this, whatever you want to call this, this filler piece, and you see the damage here. And then there's corresponding damage up here. So this thing was on a farm. They could have been hand cranking it, or they could have been running an implement off the front of the engine. Like, I have no idea. And so whatever was running through here caused this damage. So that's just beaten up there. It might be a little bit worn as well. It still seems pretty strong. And there's a big dent here. So from this point in that direction, this is in pretty good shape. Must be a bit of a bend here because there's a kink there. This is pushed in. And there's a big dent here. That's probably what caused the most of this push in here. And then there's another kink here because that's pushed in, right? So this is relatively intact as far as I guess you want to call the integrity of the part. It's not rusted out and it's not broken, so that's good. And then here's the middle one. Actually, this, I would say on the second look at this is probably the best one of the bunch. It's got a dent here, and there's a kink there, and yeah, there's a kink. It's kinked here as well. So if I can knock that out, that'll take care of this. So that one's not bad. And then this one's pretty twisted up. Kink. Dent there. Looks like this probably happened at the same time. So that one's not bad either. Top one is it's cut loose from the frame, so it's unbolted there. It's out of place here, so let's see if I can push that back down there. And then once you get it pushed down, it doesn't look too bad. There's a dent right here. So I don't know, I think I can salvage this thing. Is it worth it? I'm going to tell you right now, it's not worth fixing this grill. But I'm going to do it anyways because I can't make a video about buying a grill. I guess I could, but that wouldn't be very exciting or entertaining, or there's no opportunity to learn anything except maybe what do you want to call that, time management. So yeah, or just, yeah, I don't really have a word for it. Maybe doing what's sensible. You could learn that. But you know, I think I've demonstrated with this whole project, to a degree. There's a debate. Like, I made all these pieces to repair the cowl. Could have bought them, but I wouldn't have learned anything about metal shaping if I did that, and neither would you have. So that's what I'd like to do here, is show people how to. And there's all kinds of guys showing people how to do metal shaping. I've learned a lot from them, and I appreciate that. So that's why I'm doing this. This is what I'm working on. There's a crack here, a crack here, and this is a little bit deformed here, right in this area, and right here. I'm just trying to push that down to get it back into shape. Okay, now there's this area right here, so you can see where the vertical punched this up. There's a high spot there. And then there's a dent right here. Coming out nice. And that's really pushed up. I don't know if you can see that, but this humps up right here. So yeah, that corresponds with that high spot that was there. So I need to somehow get that to this to kind of roll back down. I think what I need to do here. Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm just going to go for it here. I'm just going to hit it right directly on there. Seems to be working. Now I'm going to hit it down in here. You know what? This is really loud. That's working. That's going down. Okay, so now these two areas are kind of on the same plane now. See, there's a kink here and a kink here, so I think if I just flatten those out, it might, I don't know. It might fix it. That's what I was trying to say. The trouble is that metal is probably kind of stretched now. So if I flatten it out, it's going to do something weird to the outer face. Can't really get in here with, this isn't sharp enough. So I'm just going to squeeze that back in the shape of the vice grip. Just a chunk of angle iron. Yeah, right here, like this. Show you what's going on here. So there's a dent right there, see? So I want to push that out. I don't want to keep hitting it. I don't want to stretch this anymore. I just want to push that dent out. It's got that. What I'm going to do with this one, it's going in a different direction than the other one was. Came out nice. Phone's ringing. It's my wife. Hello? Okay, thank you. See you in a bit. Lunchtime. Let's get this dent out. See that? And this whole thing is kind of bent. So just laying that down on the floor, it seems to be relatively flat now. Yeah, so that piece is done. That's probably going going to be the easiest one to fix out of all of them because it's loose. I don't know, I'm debating whether I should cut this thing apart, drill out the rivets out. So I don't know how much of that you can actually catch on the high speed, but with the time lapse. But for the most part, I use the side grinder with the zip disc to just brush these off here. But I can't really get it into this area here without touching this with the disc, so I'm resorting to a die grinder for the rest of that. So I'll get this all, the rest of these rivets ground down, knocked off, and I'll finish taking this apart and I'll bring you back. Okay, there's all the grill bars, all the verticals. So I think that took me maybe an hour to pull that apart. So, or less, I'm not sure, I didn't really keep track. I had a couple interruptions, different people coming by. So if you're going to attempt to fix one of these grills and it has the same level of damage that mine has, I wouldn't hesitate to take it apart. In the long run, it's going to save you time, because it'll be easy to fix these parts now, and it'll just be way better too for getting them cleaned up for painting and all that. So, you know, I think I haven't been working on this for very long, maybe a couple hours total. So, I mean, if depending on what you want to pay yourself an hour, I mean, I'm not done yet, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, really, to make this thing look reasonable. And then I'll just send it all away with the cab when I get it stripped, and it'll come back nice and clean. And I can prep and paint them, and it'll be just, then I'll just assemble it. I think I'm just going to find some screws that fit these holes nicely, and I'll just use like a pan head screw with a nylock on the back and just screw it all together. That's I'm not gonna try to rivet the thing back together. That's just, to me, that's not it's not worth it for me to. We're not going to that level of restoration here. No, you know, unless you're real savvy, you're not even going to notice that it's held together with screws. So all those are kind of, can't really see into the grill where the fasteners are. So the only place it might be an interference issue is here, because I think this the inner fender screws up against this, but I think there's enough of a relief in here to, if I just get it real shallow, like a real flat-headed screw, it'll be fine. Okay, this is the worst of the bunch, and I mean, I showed you this already, but yeah, this is the worst of all of them as far as damage goes. And you can see how extensive this damage is here. Yes, that's pushed in quite a bit. But overall, it's kind of laying pretty flat on the table. Like, these are on a flat plane, right? So, yeah, we'll just review the damage here. So that big dent there, the spot where it's worn through and smashed up, and there's a big crack there, and it's a little bit mangled, right? So far I haven't had to repair any of these inner pieces, and you can see this is pushed in here too. This is deformed here, so this is by far the worst piece of the grill. This piece is obviously, because it's got the most damage, it's going to take the longest to fix it, I think. The second one from the top, number 2, I'm going to call it. It gave me a bit of a run. It wasn't beat up too bad, but it was kind of twisted. And I had a hard time getting it to lay flat. It's fine now. So this one, yeah. So I'm just going to go at it, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, this, you can see, like even this here is all bent up in here. Yeah. So this is going to take a bit. I might have to. I don't want to, but I may have to separate these two pieces. So I've been using these. These are a sheet metal, like a HVAC guy's like tool for bending flanges on heating ducts. I use these a lot, and I've been using it a lot on this project. It just comes in real handy. Like, see, there's this kink here. I can just come up and push, squeeze that, and it'll flatten it out. I'm just going to use this to open up this a little bit here so I can get in with a hammer. Yeah, this is really strong here. Easier said than done. There we go. I'm going to smash on this a bit. Just open this up a bit here too. I don't know if you can see that, but this thing's really mangled, man. Man, woman, child. This is, yeah, it's tough. Say this, but no, it's not going to defeat me. No, it's not. So this metal here is actually rolled back on itself. That's going to be tough to fix that. I may have to just sort of
grind that off and fill that piece in with a new piece of steel. Let's see what I can do. I won't have to grind it off because it just broke off. That's okay. Got a homemade pair of these. So I need to hold one side and push, kink in it. There we go. Beautiful. open this up here, like this. So I can get this into the shrinker. And shrink this flange here so it'll bow out. It's coming back into shape. See?
So I've been working on this. No, the camera doesn't lie. 59 minutes and 21 seconds. So it's coming. I mean, you saw it when I started. This area here still needs to, I don't know, come out a bit, like come out like this. But it is coming. It's now in the realm of the other pieces, like, you know what I mean, like as far as the condition they were in. Of course, minus this little split here. I'll have to put a piece in there. But it's getting to the point where it's looking like I might be able to fix it. So I had to spend an hour on it to figure out if I could fix it. And so now I'm going to fix it. I have to fix it. It will come into shape. It's just a matter of maybe another hour. This, like I said, this is the worst one. If I can get this banged out in a couple hours, that won't be too bad. So anyway. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. I guess when I left for dinner, I was welding this up, so I'm going to keep doing that. This is looking good. I think we're going to save this piece. I got to save it. I don't have another one. So you see that? I don't know if you can see that. This has got a kind of a kink in it like this. It's low here, high here, high here. So I'm going to attempt to correct that in a different way than I've ever tried to do something before. This just occurred to me. I'm gonna abuse some vice grips here. See what happens. It's doing something. This edge right along here, it's all pushed back. So I gotta try and get that out. If I just go and straighten that out, like hammer it flat, it'll push that, it'll pull that back. This does seem to be working. Vice grips are tough, eh? Like the original vice grips, you can't beat them. That's cracking that now. That's okay though. Just gonna hit it a few more times here. Get that moved out a little bit more. Yeah, that did work. I don't know if that's actually cracked or the vice grips just made a mark on it. So now I'm going to go along the whole this whole area is kind of low. I'm going to try and find a piece of rubber I can do this on because I need to move this whole front of this from here to here out. This whole area is pushed back. It comes along here and then it kind of gradually comes back out over here. But if I push this up along here, it'll, like it goes along and it twists like this. This whole area needs to come out and this needs to stay back here. When I first started working on this, this was kinked here and I tried to flatten it out and it went into a shrink, it was like a tuck shrink, and it shrunk this area here quite a bit, and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that, because now this is tight here and it's pulling this too tight of a curve. Actually, you can really see it right here. It takes a turn right there. So I need to stretch that area. Okay, so I found a piece of rubber. It's like 1/8 thick. I don't know what it's for, but get hold of it. Let's keep going with this vice grip technique. Does seem to be working. It's really bulging up here now. That's, yeah. Moving along here. Okay, now, yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. Really flatten this out. That's kind of what I expected it to do. It's out further now. It hasn't taken that twist out of it. I'm just going to be going back and forth here, shaping this. I don't know. Put some of the shape back in this piece here. I'm getting somewhere. No, I just think I need to push the front of this out some more. The whole front of it needs to go out. See, it's got a kink there and a kink there, so this has to go out. This whole piece. Well, that's going to get rid of that kink maybe. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this here because that was all stretched. I'm going to cut right through that. I could attempt to shrink it without cutting it, but I got to weld it here anyway. Speed up the process. I'm losing patience with this one. snip a little bit more out of this. And I'm going to go ahead and weld this back together. Just like that.
It's all messy again.
Buckin' Billy Ray isn't the only guy that uses an axe in his trade. This is a handy tool. I don't know if you could see me using it, but this is my blunted hatchet. And I use it to get into body lines, like this body line that's right here, to sharpen them up. What was I going to do before I started blabbing? This. Oh, I'm going to break the fluorescent light. So 3 hours total so far on this piece. That's the last piece there. It's actually very straight. It's got a little dent on the end, and it's broken up a little bit. And that spot mainly right there. And then the bottom piece is broken off there, see? So this one isn't going to take a lot of time to fix. It's straight, at least. Anyways, that's looking real good. Okay. Giving the bench a good cleaning here. I had to interrupt this project a little bit to build some pipes. So if you've been watching those videos, you know what this bench looked like. But I cleaned it. Now it's, you know, it's looking like I'm using it again. But anyways, the grill. I've got the top, like you saw. Got this top piece done. I've got number 2 down there. It's done, and now I'm working on number 3. And these were the least damaged grill bars, or horizontals, on the grill. The 2 bottom ones are pretty beat up. So, anyways, I'm just about wrapped up on this one. I'm going to work on it some more off camera, and then I'll turn the camera on again, set it up so you can watch what I do with those 2. And top one, I think I worked on that for about maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour. That one there I worked on probably for a good solid hour. And then this one, I just got working on it, and then I had to take a break, but I'm back. I think maybe I've got 10 minutes into it so far, or less. So it's going pretty good, actually. So anyways, I'll see you in a bit. So I've got this set up here, and I'm just getting ready to weld this where it's split here. And so what I can sort of see what happened here was it wore away this part, because this has to be straight, flat, right? So it's worn away mostly, well, right on the corner, but then in a couple of spots it wore this like down in this direction, so it'd be up, because this is upside down right now. So anyways, and then here is quite a big gap. So I'm just gonna tack this in place. Looks like I gotta raise this up because it's gone inside a little bit there. So I'll just tack it right there first, just to hold that up. And then I'm just gonna slowly fill this all in with weld. I could, you know, I might cut a little strip for here because it's quite a big gap. This one I'm not so worried about. I can fill that, but this is quite a big gap here, so I might just get a welding rod and hold it in there when I weld it. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, there's the bottom piece. That's as far as I'm going to take this for now. Give you a little close up. It came out alright. Back a little bit, and then this repair over here, that went together really nicely. Still could use a little fine tuning here and there. I think just right here there's a bit of a flat spot right there that needs to be bumped out, but overall it worked out really well. All right, there we go. We're done for now. So anyways, it's Christmas time. So Merry Christmas, everyone, and all the best of the season to you. I'm gonna be cooking some pierogies tomorrow night. Well, I guess maybe tonight. Might be tonight by the time you see this. Christmas Eve, anyways, let's say that. It's been a family tradition of ours for many years now. I grew up, my dad made pierogies, so now that's fallen to me. Dad's gone now, but I'm carrying on that tradition. It wasn't necessarily a Christmas Eve tradition for my family, but it has become, well, for my dad, like growing up is what I should say. But for my family, my wife, my kids, Christmas Eve is the night for pierogies. Sometimes we do them New Year's Eve. Kind of gets the ball rolling. I do one batch like Christmas Eve, and then maybe do 2 or 3 more batches, you know, throughout the month of January, kind of thing. But anyways, like I said, Merry Christmas, and if I don't see you, Happy New Year. And so this turned out really well. I'm really pleased with this. I don't know how practical it was, but then, like I said, I can't make a video about buying a grill. Who cares, right? So I made a video about fixing a grill, and this is very doable. There's one piece, it was this piece here, that I got a little frustrated on, but it came back, it just kind of came around, like it just, you know, I just kept tweaking it, pushing it, you know, twisting it, and it just, suddenly it was there, it was done. It kind of came into shape. I kind of, sometimes I don't know how things work, but they work. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the new year.